Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Today I'm going to be continuing my working on different commissions that I've been taking on my Etsy shop, and so I have another cartoon character that I'm going to be doing on my stream today. So I invite you guys to join along with me. Make sure that I've got that turned there. So anyway, as you can see on the screen, I have the information from the person who has commissioned me. If you do have me do a cartoon digital commission and would like me to give you a shout out to your Instagram or Twitter or YouTube channel or anything like that, make sure to let me know. And so this is Pie, I guess. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but has commissioned me to do this little drawing of her character, who I'm also probably going to demolish her character's name. So his name is Akai, I'm thinking. I hope so. If not, hopefully you're in the chat and you can tell me if I'm mispronouncing it. So anyway, speaking of chat, I need to pull up my chat over here so I can actually read chat while I am doing this. So give me just a second, and then I'm also going to have you guys help me. We'll look at a couple different positions and see which one you think might work the best. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. I found it last time. Do you guys remember how hard it is for me to find these? Why can't I never remember where to look to find it? It's like it pops up and then it's not there. Boom, 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 newest. Just never seems to want to be on my phone. Let's go a different route. I'll give it a chance to catch up, and I'll just read some comments here as well before we get into the actual sketching. So, love the hair. Thank you. I haven't done anything to it today, so I washed it, that's it. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and show you the sketches that I have so far. So, first of all, this is the character right here. I'm sorry, it's a little loud on the microphone. How is the audio on the mic? Is that okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. So this is the character here. And, of course, I'm doing the character in my own style, but it's very cute. I like this design. It's so sweet. So I have pre-sketched up like 3 different little designs that I want to try one of them. So there's this one, kind of a different angle for me. I usually don't push myself to come like an overhead or under angle, so this is kind of an overhead angle of him sitting, so I kind of like that one. Then there's this one of him kind of sitting cross-legged, kind of in a profile with him. I think he'll be kind of looking towards us, maybe listening to his music, because as you can see up here, he's got some headphones and things like that. And then the last one is him kind of sitting cross-legged, reading maybe a book or something. I know nothing about this character's personality other than what is kind of shown here. So he looks like he's kind of shy, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's very outgoing, but he looks to me as if he's a very quiet character. I love the fact that in this he has this little rainbow hair, but then it says the rainbow disappears when he's sleepy. I love that character design. That is so fun and unique. I haven't seen that before. So let me know, you guys, which one do you think is best? Like, here, let me number them so you guys can tell me which one. So here, we'll make this one number 1, this number 2, and this number 3. So go ahead and tell me in the comments which pose. Let me kind of get it a little bit more centered there for you. Which pose do you like the best? Yeah. And then I will hopefully get this one all sketched up in today's stream. I do have one opening left on my Etsy shop for right now. I might open up more later, but if you'd like to be the next person to get your OC or idea, if you'd like sketched, you can jump over, use the link, and grab yourself a spot for the next stream. Again, if you have an Instagram or a YouTube channel that you'd like me to give you a little shout out to, make sure you let me know when you make that order. So, very cool. We have 1 and 2 and all of them, and 2 and 2 and 2 and 1, 1, 1, 2 with his head turned to the side, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it's a little bit between 1 and 2, but I think 2 is pulling out ahead. So I might save pose number 1 for idea for something a little bit later. But I think the consensus, though there are a lot of 1s coming in now, but I think 2 still have the lead. So we'll go with the second pose here. So let me go ahead and eliminate those guys. Bye guys. Okay. So let me make him a little bit bigger. This is just the base sketch here. And we'll work out some details in a minute. I'm going to see if I can get the comments now to come back up my phone, because sometimes it just takes a while for them to show up. I don't know why. Why? So quick update also on the kittens. They're not in my studio. And that's because for two different reasons. One is this is my first year in the studio, and so during the summer it's always just really good temperatures. Like it's warm without getting super hot during the sunny days. So I figured it was really good and insulated. And the ceiling is really awesomely insulated, but the floor is not. So it holds heat once heat's in the building, but the floors turn to ice at night, and it was just way too cold for the kittens to stay in my studio. So they are in the bathroom. And the second reason that the kittens are in the bathroom is because 2 of them are not feeling very good. They have tummy troubles, and I wanted them to be someplace closer that I could check on them throughout the evening and at night when I'm not in my studio. Obviously, I wanted them to be warm enough.
Hi there.
Oh,
hello.
sorry.
Hi. For today's video.
There. Sounds coming from my phone as I'm trying to find my comments. Anyway, so I have the kittens on some medicine, and I'm hoping that that will help them to feel better. They're doing better today than they were yesterday. It's gut issues, so we have a lot of poo, and it's a little on the gross side. So I wanted something that I could clean up a little bit easier than here in my studio, because they like to climb over everything, and I was finding poo in a lot of different places, and I was like, I found it, you guys. I found the comments. So it just automatically sometimes shows up and then doesn't. So yeah, so it's Dewey who has the really bad tummy issues. Huey would have had as bad, but we caught him a little bit more in time, so we have medicine that I give them every day, so he's not nearly as bad. And then Louie, who is the scaredy cat, is doing perfectly fine, but we still have him on medicine just in case they all try to get this little gut thing. All these new foster mommy things that I never knew about. Yeah, so we had to take him into the clinic a couple of times to get fluids because they got really dehydrated, and they go, and it's so fast. They can go from just racing playful kittens and then 2 or 3 hours later being really sick. I was shocked at how fast they went downhill, and they said I was really lucky that I was paying attention and got them in as quickly as I did. So yay. So hopefully the worst is behind us, but once they feel a little better and look a little bit better, I will take some more video of them and have that posted. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, cats in my studio, I have a video where I talk about I'm fostering kittens. So, okay, back to the actual drawing at hand. Other that we have I watched The Kitten Lady. Me too. The Kitten Lady is awesome. Her and Tiny Kittens are my two favorite foster cat shows. All right, so let me look a little bit closer at the hair on this character here. And I'm again just going to kind of sketch it out. I have these on a different layer. So for those of you who are wondering what kind of software I use Clip Studio Paint. I probably should just put that in the description box of this video. And my Wacom Cintiq tablet. But that's what I use to draw with. Sometimes I draw on I have an iPad Pro that I have as well that I draw on sometimes, but that's just usually for random sketches and things. Can you draw my OC? I do have one available slot left on my Etsy shop for right now. I have a lot of things coming up that I have to finish for this month before I can open up a bunch more commissions available. I gotta finish doing this month's gemstone, and then I have a couple of other videos that need to be scheduled out. I have the next Smart Art box is here, which I'm really excited about. So I gotta finish doing the art for that. And then some different collabs coming up that I'm kind of working on. So I want to make sure I get those done. And then if I have time, I'll do some more commissions. But I am thinking about also opening up for traditional art commissions as well. I also thought this was a kind of a fun character because, as a lot of you guys know, I don't draw a lot of guy characters, so this is always a little bit of a challenge for me. So I might do a couple different SketchUps on him. And if I get in the zone and stop talking, it's because I sometimes can't sketch and talk at the same time. I kind of want him looking at us. Like there we go, have his eye kind of looking back at us. And I also like how he has two different colored eyes. That's so cool. This is a awesome character sheet. It has so many great details on it. So I'm hoping I won't forget any. So he has a choker that he wears in this cool little scarfy thing. I'm starting to get too detailed already. I need to keep things loose in my drawing. And don't forget the headphones. Thank you guys. If you see that I'm forgetting something, give me a little reminder in the comments so I don't forget things. But yeah. I don't see the kind of headphones that go over. Are they earbuds? It's a headset, so maybe it just smooshes into his cute hair. But I'll make sure to give a little indication there. And then he has a jacket, but also has these short sleeves. I think I'm going to leave his jacket off. Just looks like he's more relaxed that way. And then it's not super loose t-shirt. And then I love he's got pajama pants on. So I just finished uploading today's video. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to go check it out. So it's the next installment of the 100 character draw challenge. It's episode 13, which means we have 2 more episodes before the next semi-finalist. And then after that, we only have 25 more to go. And we will be at the grand final. And I finally decided what the grand finalist wins. So of all the 100 characters I do, each week I do 5, and you guys vote for the one that you like the best. And then after we get 5 winners, then we have a semi-finalist. And so then at the end, the 4 semi-finalists are going to battle it out to see who the grand champion is. I don't think I'm going to announce it yet. I think I'll announce it at the next semifinalist, what they're going to win. But I am so excited about it. I think it'll be something that will be fun to do. I know I've been getting a lot of requests to do this. So we will make that announcement in a couple of weeks when it gets to the semifinalist. All right, I think his hair needs to be a little bit fuller. I know there's a lot of people in the comments asking for shout outs, and just so you know, because it turns into a total craze fest, I don't do shout outs from comments. Unless you ask me a question. I try to answer questions, but just to shout out people's names just for shouting out purposes, it just gets insane, so I don't. But it's not that I don't see your comment. I do. All right, so once again, it would do a little flip. And the flip just helps you to see if there's anything that's kind of off, if proportions are off, or if the positioning just isn't working out well. But I think I like this. Okay. Thank you guys for being nice in the comments. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to move on to take that sketch off and bring this sketch down. Opacity. So do you draw in Clip Studio with a stylus pen? Yeah, this one right here. It came with the Wacom tablet, so I know you can buy like specialized pins, but I just use the one that comes with the Wacom. And then when I draw with my iPad, which I don't have down here, I have an Apple pen that I use for that one. I was wondering, what are you doing with 100 character draw challenge? Just kind of give a little update on that. So after the stream is over, if you want to mark this timeline and how far we've gone, you can zip back and I talk all about that. I'm also getting ready for Inktober starting in a little bit. A couple of artists are kind of pre-planning out some of their sketches, so I'm determining if I want to try to do that kind of where you kind of sketch them out so you have an idea of what you're drawing, and I think that might really help to kind of keep going. Only when I start sketching something, I don't want to like wait to finish it. I don't know if any of you guys are like that, where once you start a project, you just want to automatically go and start working on it. So I think if I start a sketch, I'll be like, come on, do this one now. And I think it'll be too hard. So I'm also trying to decide if I want to do a prompt this year or if I want to do a theme. Like, I know some people have done like fairies or witches and things like that. I'm trying to decide, But then again, I don't want to... The challenge itself with Inktober is to complete Inktober. And since I've never, like... I have fully done Inktober, but not the way that I think you're supposed to. Which is, I got really far behind and then just did some really quick sketches to catch me up. So my goal is to do 30 or 31 like really nice ink sketches and not just fast ones because I'm running out of time. So I'm still kind of deciding on that. So what are you guys doing? How many of you are going to do Inktober or even know what Inktober is? Are you guys doing prompts or just having fun with it? I'm doing Inktober, says Muse Draw. What's Inktober? So Inktober is a art challenge put on by Jake Parker, and it's where you draw every single day. You draw an ink drawing, and you can be any kind of ink that you want, and it can be as detailed or as quick as you need it to be. And then you post, or you can post it. You don't have to, but a lot of people enjoy posting it. And I find it's a great way, especially if you're trying to get more people to kind of, if you're like a smaller channel or if you have a smaller like Instagram account and you're trying to get people to find you as an artist, doing things like this is a great way because especially at the beginning of the month, everyone's searching that hashtag to see everyone's creations. So I highly recommend that if anyone's trying to get more people to see who they are, take the challenge and go from there and see if you can do it. So I do Inktober, and then in May I do Mermay, which is so fun. I love mermaids. Though this last Mermay I did not at all accomplish what I had set out to accomplish. I think you can use markers as long as they're ink-based markers. You sure can. Which I think pretty much all markers are kind of ink-based, whether they're watercolor ink or not. Yeah, I know a lot of people use Copic markers. I know one year I was trying to do all dip pen. That was kind of ambitious of me because I've never used dip pens before. Hi from Australia. Where is everybody at? It'd be fun to get a little regional shout outs. All right, he doesn't really have a really big flip in his hair. This is such a great challenge if you want to get into designing characters for other people. Like if you want to get into illustration, is take a character that someone else has designed and try to draw them, because you really have to watch all your details. Those are things that you kind of would want to do that, you know, make your own personal touches too. And so it's kind of a fun challenge. Obviously your own personal style is going to show through, but go for it. So we have Honduras and Texas, upstate New York, Connecticut, Virginia, Germany, all over. That's awesome. So if you guys are wondering why I'm drawing through like this part, it's actually on a different layer, so I'm not actually drawing. I just want to be able to continue to see, so I have it up. Toronto, Florida, I might have to go back and kind of work on his hair. I think it's still a little flat, but let's go ahead and move on to the rest of him. I am from Oregon, so I live right on the coast in a little tiny town of Coos Bay, North Bend. It's about, if you know where Portland, Oregon is, it's way south from there. It's about, maybe about 4 hours from Portland. What app do I recommend for drawing on the iPad? I have two apps that I use. One is the Procreate, which seems to be the most popular. Everyone I talk to uses Procreate. So I purchased that one first. I want to say it was like between $6 and $10. I can't remember. And it's a one-time purchase. And it works really well. And I've seen some amazing art produced on it. One of the fun features is that it records your drawing sessions, which is fun. And then because I'm a hardcore fan of Clip Studio Paint, they actually have it for iPad as well. But it is a monthly subscription. But I like it so much that I don't care. But I also got this like really cool deal, and I don't know if they still have it, but when you sign up to get the iPad version, you can test out their really nice version for 6 months for free, I think, or like a discounted price. So I went ahead and did that. So it's the one that you can do animation on. I don't think I would ever do animation on my iPad, but since I'm getting it discounted, I'll try it out for 6 months and then switch back to the cheaper version. I have some tips for drawing on Clip Studio Paint. It's pretty much the same as drawing on like Photoshop, except it doesn't have all the different filters that you use for photo editing. So I think it's a cleaner interface for me. But for digital drawing in general, I have a whole playlist of Drawing Digital 101 that you guys can check out. And I go through all the tips and tools and hardware and software and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of that and do a little flipperoo. And I need to fix this line right here, I think. What I really like about this is that there's so many ways that you can edit your brush without having to download a new brush. Like with Photoshop and with this one too, you can download custom-made brushes. But this one you can, there's so many things over here on the side that I can play with to make it, you know, exactly how I want it to look. That's always the fun thing. Okay, so I'm going to put a layer on top of this because I want to work on his hair a little bit more. I'm going to fade this one out and get rid of that. And then I can kind of go in here and sketch in on top. Sometimes if you find just things are looking a little wonky, just loosen up your drawing and just really get in there and play around with things a little bit more, and you might end up seeing where the problems are. Sometimes we just get too tight on our line and we lose that kind of momentum. Want to be an animator, that's a great profession to be. A lot of hard work, but well worth it. Any tips for drawing hands? Hands are stinking hard, so one, just breathe, because every artist has trouble with hands. And I would just sit down and just draw my hand, like fill out pages in my sketchbook of my hand, or look at pictures of hands. Sometimes when we have a problem thing that we're drawing, we practice it, but we draw the whole character with the hands. And, you know, so you spend 30, 40 minutes drawing the whole character, and then, you know, 5 minutes trying to figure out how to draw the hands. And then we're tired of drawing, so then we like, okay, I've done my practicing for today. So instead, just tackle your troubled area. So whether it's hands or eyes or feet or mouths or whatever, just draw just that. And skip the stuff that you already know for a while. And then you go back to it. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of erase this, bring this down. So what I did was I flipped the opacity. So this was my sketch layer. So now I lightened my sketch layer and then darkened in my actual more finalized sketch layer so that I can kind of see my lines, and now I can go back and add in a little bit better how I want the lines to go. When you're sketching something, that's the time not to rush through and be like, well, you know, I'll fix it later. Get your sketch where you like it first before you jump into, you know, inking and coloring and stuff like that. Because more often than not, you're not going to fix things that are wrong in the sketch by adding color. And his hair is so cute, but I'm having trouble with it. So I'd also find if you have trouble drawing things, if your digital drawing has a way to turn or rotate the picture, do that, because that can kind of help you. Because sometimes what happens is our hand gets really accustomed to a line, and so one, flipping the image the other way can help us see it differently, but changing the angle of how we're drawing it can also help too. Let's go back to looking at his hair. So his head is very kind of, it's very round. I think I've got him too much. Do I know any good apps for animating? Not on like an iPad app. I haven't played around with that too much. For like drawing on the computer and doing animation, there's several different ones. There's Toon Boom Studio, which a lot of people use. I find it a little expensive, so I played around with it for like, I think you get like a little trial on it sometimes, so I tried it out for a while. But it's pretty intense with all the stuff you can do. You can make some amazing stuff, but you know, it's a lot of stuff to learn. And then I used another one, I can't think of the name of it. If I think of it, I'll tell you. But then I found that Clip Studio Paint has an actual animation program, and if you buy just the basic Clip Studio, you can do 3 seconds of animation, which seems really short, but it takes a long time to do 3 seconds. But if you get the Expert Edition, which is what I have, then it's unlimited. You can do as long as you like. So. Can I post this stream later? Yes, it will be available to watch at a later time as well. Hopefully I can finish this hair. Come back 5 days later and I'm still working on the hair. Oh. This is one reason I don't do commissions very often of people's like original characters. It's very nerve-wracking because I feel like, oh, there's like little things that would be super important to the artist that designed or created the character, and but I don't get it right. Oh, but that's the fun, challenging part of it as well. Can I draw a wolf looking onto its prey? I think it says hooking in the comments. I don't know that I have one of those. I have a couple different wolf drawings, tutorials and things like that. As you guys know, I have issues with saying wolf, not wolf. I like to say wolf. what animation did I say that I used or recommend? I used the one that you can get in Clip Studio Paint, which I might do a live stream challenge, like live stream for an hour someday and see what I can do for animation live. That would be an adventure. It does take so much time to animate things. All right, let's back this out. Get rid of that. Put this up again. It's a little bit spikier. It needs a few more spikes. Once we get this hair done, you guys, then I'll be able to move on to more exciting things. But for some reason, this hair is just giving me fits. I like it though. I like the design. What is my favorite cartoon or show? Oh goodness, that's hard. So I really liked the Avatar series. Love the animation with that. I love the storyline with it. It was just really, 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 really good. I'm so excited because Netflix just announced that they're going to be making a live action TV series. And at first I was off, you know, because I don't know if anyone liked the live action movie based on the last Avatar. Not the little blue guys ones, but the Airbender one. I did not like the movie, though I did love the soundtrack. There is one song on the soundtrack that is so awesome. It's just instrumental, but it's beautiful. But the movie itself, I was really sad about. So when I heard that Netflix was doing a live action, I was all like, leave our stuff alone. But then I've heard some really good things, like the people that are working on it are people who know what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt as far as that goes. So another one that I like is it's on Amazon Prime, and I haven't watched the whole series yet, but it's cute. But it's Ronya, the robber's daughter, and it's actually like a Studio Ghibli, I think, made it. It's really cute. So if you have Amazon Prime, you could check that out. Do you have any tips for drawing manga? So I don't know what tip to give you. Yeah. I do, but like how to narrow it down into like a sentence. Some of them are hard. I would say one of the biggest tips is to find a manga that you really, really enjoy and just research it and study how they draw it. There's so many different ways that people can make layouts for things. His head is too big. That's the issue. He has this ginormous head. That was random. Sorry, I'm going to fix his head. So that's what I started off with, researching different mangas that I liked. Oh, yes. That's the issue right there. His actual head had like a watermelon on a toothpick kind of head. I always draw my heads way too big. Alright. This doesn't mean the line thickness is going to be much different. So see, once again, don't give up on your drawing. Just keep playing around with it. All of a sudden, your eyeballs will finally see what it is that is not working for you. That's what it was. His head was too big. Yay! That's so much better. Okay. So now I'm going to put a layer underneath here, and I'm going to go in here and do a little bit of shading. I'll be doing more commissions. I don't get paid until tomorrow. I hope so. I'm hoping to do more commissions, whether they're digital commissions or hopefully opening up to like doing small little sketches, traditional sketches and things like that for commissions. I don't know that I'm going to open up for like major, pieces like, paint me the Mona Lisa, you know, 27 years later, I'm actually done with that kind of thing. But I think it's fun to do commissions and be able to do them on a stream so you guys can see the process of my stress. So these ones are all just one color sketches. I'm not adding any color except for like the color of the sketch line, but I will go add shadows and things like that to the sketches. Actually, I have a different idea. I'm going to go with a different brush. I'm going to go with a watercolor brush, I think. Let's try that. I'm not adding color, I'm just playing with this one color. Wasn't that the thing last time? I was like, I'm not gonna add color, and I kept wanting to add color to the mermaid. So are there any art challenges out there that you guys have seen that you'd like me to do on my channel? Because I think those are fun, but I'm trying to keep track of all the ones that are out there. Or if you have ideas that you haven't seen as an art challenge, you'd be like, ooh, Valerie, you should do this. I'm thinking about like taking and making little papers and writing all the different types of art supplies I have, and then drawing 3 and having to create a piece, like the ultimate mixed media art challenge. I think that one would be fun. Scratch board challenge. Is that the one that's like the boards that have like the coating on it? You take it, the kind of needle or something and scratch, and it's got like shiny stuff underneath it. That might be interesting. The polymer clay challenge. What kind of printer do I use for my prints? So when I print my actual prints out, I have a Canon Pixma Pro. You can actually see it, I think, in the background there. So I just purchased that one this last year, and I love it. It's beautiful. But for the 5x7 prints that I have, I use an actual print company just because I can get better paper quality at a better price than printing myself. I think I'm going to start actually printing out posters on my own, just because if I go through a print company, I have to get a larger quantity of posters, and I only sell my posters at conventions. I used to sell them on my online shop, but it was just so expensive to ship posters that I ended up stopping listing them on my shop and just had like a third-party printer on my Redbubble shop print larger sizes. So I just sell the 5x7s, originals, and I'm hoping at some point to start selling stickers. Maybe. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to do stickers. So my stickers were a huge success at Rose City Comic Con. I think I almost sold out of all of them except for there was the cute animals. I have still a few of those, and I think I have a few of the hedgehog stickers, but I don't think I even showed anybody on my YouTube channel my hedgehogs. They were cute. But I sold out all the Totoros and the Studio Ghibli stickers, and I think my mermaid sets I made are all gone. Challenge 30 days of drawing all males. Oh, I don't know that I want that challenge. I know I should take a challenge like that, but I like drawing girls. It's not that I couldn't draw girls, though. I always have to draw a guy every every day. That might be a fun challenge. It would be a definite challenge for me. I tried to decide why it is that I like drawing girls and not guys as much. I don't know. Maybe because I have a live model right here. Don't draw for a week challenge? No, I would go so insane. I don't even think I could do a don't draw for a day. I have done it before when I'm like super busy and you know, not near my art stuff. But now that I have my iPad that I can draw on, that's very rare because I usually have all my stuff with me. All right, I think I need to make his pants darker. Yeah, but that would be a challenge for me. I know it would. It would be a challenge. Challenge idea called the unusual character. It's where you invent a character you've never even thought of drawing before, and then you draw it once a day for a month. Maybe. It's kind of like the 100 character drawing challenge because I'm trying to come up with like 100 characters that I've never drawn before. But then taking that one character and then drawing it for 100 days would really get you to know that character, that's for sure. Okay, I have decided I'm going to go in and darken his pants in, like his shirt, and I can add some little impressions of the leaves that are on his pajama bottoms. So how many of you guys love pajama bottoms? Is there any? I love jammies. Oh, actually I have to make myself get up and get dressed because if I stay in my jammies, I'm so comfortable that I tend to not work as hard. That's the problem about being a self-employed artist, is you don't have a boss telling you, and the deadlines that you have are deadlines that you've set for yourself. I mean, granted, like with commissions, I have a timeline, but there's no one making me do it. I mean, if I don't do it, I lose the sale, and people hate me, but I mean, it's still my choice. I don't have a boss coming and saying, have you done the Johnson report yet? So it's up to me to make sure that I, you know, get things done, and I get the cases of the no workies sometimes. So I come into my studio and I'm just like, I don't feel like working. I want to draw, but I don't know what I want to draw. And all I want to do is to like go eat ice cream and watch Netflix and curl up on my bed. Those are the hard days that it's hard to be a self-employed artist. Or when you have to make the really hard like business decisions. And you're like, I don't want to make a decision. Do I invest in this? Do I not? But yeah, jammies are comfy. Alright, I think I'm going to darken his hair in a little bit. Okay, it's almost like I'm adding color, but not really. I'm just adding shadows. It's all still this same shades, just a gradient. I tried drawing with charcoal for the first time the other day, and my left-handed self basically ruined it. How do I prevent smudging? First of all, kudos to you for trying charcoal. There are some art mediums out there that are like my arch nemesis. Charcoal and oils and chalk pastels do not like me. And charcoal is for that reason, because I'm a horrible smudger. So there are several different things you can do. One is to teach yourself to draw without laying your hand on your paper, which I think is impossible. The second thing you can do is to lay, which is what I do, a very smooth, like a piece of plastic that has no texture to it, so it doesn't grab anything, but between your hand and the paper that you're drawing on, and then you can draw on that, and that kind of helps. Some people will get a stick with kind of a little knob on the end, and it's really hard to explain, but they rest the stick and the knob off the paper and hold it, and you balance your hand on the stick, and then you draw. So there's a couple different things, but good luck on that one. Draw with chalk challenge. Ugh. And I hate the way it makes my hands feel. Ooh, I can't stand it. And then I don't like to draw with gloves on either, so it's kind of a catch-22. Alright, and then I'm going to really lightly color in his shirt. Let's bring my brush size up. And then go through here and clean up a little bit. Draw manga challenge. I've done the style challenge. That was fun, where you took like a character of yourself and then you drew that character in several different styles. So I did I do me or something else? I can't remember. I drew something, but I did it in like Disney DuckTales style and Kim Possible and Powerpuff Girls. Oh my goodness, I almost made an idiot of myself and called them Powder Puff Girls. Come on, get my nerd on. Why isn't that working? Oh, because it's on that level. I see. Alright, let's look back at his little... See, these little leaf shapes on his pajama bottoms, which are just that. And I'm sorry if you hear the sound of traffic outside. Draw L from the Death Note. It kind of looks like that little positioning. I don't like him as heart shaped. Let me get a softer brush. Let's go with a soft brush, but smaller. Yeah, a little bit bigger. So they're not so pronounced. Can I look at your drawings, please? I can't, because I'm working on my drawing right now. Hang on, guys. I'm stopping the stream. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I'm streaming, I can't jump over on other things because it just messes things up. But you can always tag me if you have Instagram or Twitter. You can always tag me in your pictures, and I try to look at as many as I can from those. I have a challenge for you. Draw a girl and then draw a boy version of that girl for 1 week. You guys are trying to get me to draw them guy characters. I know your guys' plans. Maybe a challenge where on stream you draw styles that you put in a random generator or by what your audience tells you. That frightens me. That would be a good one though. I have a little anxiety about coming on live streams. It's getting better, but I always have to psych myself up and have to try to have a good plan of what I'm creating and drawing in my head. So to do a stream where I don't get to would be a challenge, that it is. Alright, now there was a fun design on his headphones, which is this little wormy squiggly thing. Three-tailed wormy squiggly thing. So let me go back to my eraser. I'm going to get this one and bring it down in size, about that size. And I'm going to go, oops, not that one. I'm going to go, oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe instead of that, I will do white. Woo, that's a big brush. There, we'll do this. And then go squiggly. And then it kind of squiggles around here like this. And squiggly. And then squiggly. There we go. I don't know if that's it or not. Let's try. It's a little bit wonky, but it's there. Can I do a how to draw an anime character on stream? If it was a character that I knew and had drawn before, I could probably do very rough tutorial, like Sailor Moon or something like that, that I've drawn for eons. But I haven't, there's not a lot of anime characters that I've drawn a lot of that I feel super comfortable with. Could you do a draw your art challenge where you draw someone's art or characters in your style, and you could put out one for fans to draw? It's kind of what I'm doing here, is, you know, taking this person's character and drawing it in my own style. Maybe once a month you could show your 3 favorite drawings. Maybe your last video of the month. You could do a theme or put a hashtag on Instagram. I think that would be interesting. That would be fun. Some months I don't get an actual... I should always have at least one finished drawing a month because I do the gemstones. But after this year, what am I going to do? I have to think of some other monthly challenge, because I really enjoy having a monthly challenge to do. I'm going to start thinking about that, because it's going to be ending soon. All right. I also need to make sure that his collar, or not collar, his choker, he doesn't wear a collar. He's a boy, not a dog. I'll make sure that shows in there. I'm doing a Glenn Keane study. Anyone recommend any of his art books? A Glenn Keane study would be fantastic. I have the Art of Tangled, which he worked on. I have an Art of Pocahontas, which I don't even know if they have it. I don't have it down here. I have it in my room, but it's one of those ginormous books. I'm not sure if they still publish it or not, but you might be able to find a used copy someplace. But that is just filled with some of his amazing drawings. I have a really old Art of Aladdin book, which has some fun drawings in it as well. Why doesn't he have eyebrows? That's a good question. Does this character have eyebrows? He does have eyebrows. Good for you for recognizing that he didn't have eyebrows. Let's put some eyebrows on him. I probably should get back to my sketching. Yay, I'm glad you recognized that he had no eyebrows. That would have been embarrassing. I was wondering, how did you get inspired to start drawing? Because I'm in middle school and I barely get time to draw. It is tough when you have school and all of that to contend with and trying to draw at the same time. When I was in school, I didn't have a social life, so I didn't do a lot of extracurricular activities. So art was that for me. But really it comes down to having to prioritize. So if it's important for you during, the school year to, do sports and music or whatever it is that you like to do, then, anything you spend time in, you just kind of have to decide where the priorities lie. I've told some of my students who just, it's not really that they have a choice, they have just such a huge workload. So I tell them that sometimes it just depends on whether you want to watch TV or draw. Maybe you can draw while you watch TV. I can't, but you just have to kind of make time for art. As far as getting inspired, people find inspirations from all different areas. Me, myself, I love finding inspiration from music and nature, and looking at other people's art inspires me. Watching people create makes me want to go create. So, each person kind of finds their own thing that just makes them want to put things on paper or digital screens. I love watching your videos. You have the most calming voice ever. Thank you. I just love hearing your voiceovers. Yay! Thank you. I was always so self-conscious about my voice because I have a high-pitched voice. It's gotten better over the years. It used to be really, especially when I would get nervous, I would go faster and I would go higher, and so I'd be like, I like this, and I just forget to breathe, and I'm like, so some of my earlier videos are kind of like that, a little high-pitched. I want to give him blushies. I don't know if he's a blushy kind of person. I feel he's like a little dark eyeliner kind of person though. So I'm going to do that. A little bit of shine. Are you feeling more confident drawing guys now? No, not at all. In fact, the artist that commissioned me to do this was really sweet and messaged me before she even commissioned me and asked me if I would feel comfortable drawing a guy character, because it is something that I sometimes get a little hard time with. So after chatting with her and looking at her character design, I thought I'm going to give it a shot. I think I can hopefully do this character justice. I have a few projects that I want to work on in the future that do have guy characters, so I'm going to have to force myself to get better at drawing guy characters. One I tried earlier this year for Mermaid was to actually do a short comic story for Mermaid, and it has several different guy characters in the story. So, but that didn't happen this year. Some crazy things happening. So, art kind of got pushed to the side for a little while. I like watching other people create while I draw. Me too. I love putting on streams while I'm drawing. In fact, in any of the videos where I do voiceover, if I didn't take the voice out, you would hear all the videos of people I'm watching whilst I create, which is the only downside of creating on a live stream, because I can't listen to anybody else create while I'm drawing. But it's fun because I get to chat with everybody. So, I don't know about you guys, but when I draw, I tend to get like in a zone. So creating this way is a lot different for me, because I can't get into that zone, because I really don't talk when I'm drawing. Even if I have music going, I don't really sing. It's like it's so focused. So having a live chat while I'm creating is a bit of a challenge as well. It's good to challenge ourselves. May and Finn, yeah. All right, I think I might be done with him. I hope I did it right. Anyway, one last little shout out. Here's the artist that commissioned me. So if you guys would like to be shouted out on my channel while I do live streams, and you want to do a commission, make sure to give me your contact information, like YouTube channel, or if you have Instagram or DeviantArt, then put that in there and I will put that on my channel so people can go and check it out. So if you haven't checked out Pie, I'm saying that right? Check them out because they have some really cute art. Yeah, they have a YouTube channel with could use some YouTube subscribing love, so jump over there and check it out. But here's the finished piece of her character, and I need to sign it still, so let me jump down there and sign it, and then I will get it sent off to her. There we go. Yay, I feel like it needs like a little heart or something. I don't know. I might take the heart off later. Yay, there we go. That was a fun little challenge. So yay. So now it is time for me to go and check the kittens, give them their dinner and all that good stuff. So if you haven't yet checked out today's video for the 100 character draw challenge, it's on my channel. I would love for you guys to go check it out. I know a couple of my past videos haven't gotten the views that they usually do, so if you haven't seen them, give my channel some love and go watch some videos and thumbs it up. I have a playlist that it's been binge watching my channel, so I have a whole bunch of videos. So if you want to start creating and just listen to me yammer while I do art, you can just have me on the playlist and I'll binge watch or binge art with you while you art. So, well, thank you guys. This is always so much fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. and chatting with me and helping me to remember all the things that I forget in my drawings. So that's awesome. Anyway, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in another art video coming up. The next one's going to be on Saturday. So until then, God bless you guys.